article that came out in Detroit Free Press, September 5th, 2018. We have another state rep that wants to put out a bill to stop all of the bogus calls on Black people. Good for her. So we had the New York state senator, and now we have state rep LaTanya Garrett, who wants to do the same thing. A wife and mother of 3 said her family was top of mind when she wrote legislation introduced in the Michigan legislature on Wednesday that would make it a felony to falsely report a crime based on a person's race. Garrett, whose district covers part of Highland Park and Detroit, has, like the rest of us, watched instant after instant of race-based 911 calls over the past year. That manager at a Pennsylvania Starbucks who called the police on 2 Black men whose crime was sitting and waiting for a friend and wanting to use the restroom before ordering. The men were handcuffed and arrested. The false arrest led Starbucks to do a day of cultural training. LA fitness manager in New Jersey who called the police after falsely accusing a paid gym member of not paying to work out. A white parent on a Colorado college tour who called campus police after 2 Native American teenagers made her nervous. The Cleveland woman who called police because a 12-year-old boy accidentally cut part of her grass while cutting her neighbors. The San Francisco woman who threatened to call the police on an 8-year-old African-American girl for selling water on the sidewalk without a permit, later dubbed as Permit Patty. She wound up having to resign as CEO of her health company. Do we really need legislation to stop racist reporting? Maybe even in the 21st century we do. Throughout the county, there has been an influx of calls while Black brothers just being Black just seems to be a problem, Garrett said. Being a Black woman, having a Black husband for 10 years, and having 3 Black children. I'm always worried about their safety. So I put myself in their shoes and asked, what safety measures are in place to protect Black people who are just living everyday life and having law enforcement called on them for no apparent reason? Garrett faces an uphill battle to convince an entrenched, mostly white, and sometimes insensitive to Black issues legislature that calling the police on someone for breathing, swimming, walking, working out, or waiting in a restaurant while Black should be a crime. But as hate continues to rise in America, the bill itself will force a needed conversation about what is happening, what we are allowing, and what we are becoming. And if America refuses to do anything to stem the tide of hate, perhaps a Michigan legislator has found something that other states can emulate, a way to govern haters. It's also might make life easier on law enforcement officer whose time should be spent on real crime, not fake crimes. Detroit Police Chief James Craig said last spring that he expects his officers to assess whether calls become criminal matters. If it's something that doesn't rise to the level of a criminal matter, that becomes more of a civil issue, he said. We're not going to be agents. We're not going to be agents for discriminatory treatment. Yeah, but you know what? These people calling, that's exactly what they want. They want the cops to come out and back them up and protect them in their hatred. So I'm glad he said that, and more police chiefs need to come forward and say the same thing. Okay. Now, House Bill 6318 and the accompanying House Bill 6319, which dictates penalties, will head to committee. If they get out, they will go to the House for a vote. Then again, if you call the police on a Black 8-year-old for selling water outside her apartment building without a permit, or you call the police on a Black neighbor for entering their own home, or call the police on a 12-year-old who accidentally cut part of your lawn, then maybe it won't be such an uphill slog. I agree. Something does need to be done. You know, if there's penalties and consequences, ladies and gentlemen, then we will see changes. But until then, it will just go on and on and on. I think what this woman is doing is correct. I think what the New York State Senator is doing is correct. These matters need to be dealt with, or, you know, I can just see it getting worse if you don't do anything about it soon. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.